Welcome back to the 2015 WJBF FFN Carolina Panthers All CSRA Awards Show. We met the offensive team. Now it's time to meet the defensive team.
Will Evans, defensive line, Aquinas High School.
The first step to slowing down Will Evans is slowing down his first step off the line.
I've always been told to have a quick first step.
Coach Leonard says it might be the quickest first step he's seen in one of his defensive linemen, but that quick step isn't only because he's naturally a great athlete.
A lot of training off season, a lot of training during the season. I mean, just any chance you get just to, even when you're at home, just training.
And knowing he has that quick first step, the second step is deciding which of his moves he's going to use on the opposing offensive lineman.
I'm always thinking about 3 moves I can use on this offensive lineman. I may swim move. I may do inside and then out. I may do a spin move. And when he takes his first step and my step is a little bit quicker, I know I got him beat.
And Evans has beaten the other offensive linemen a lot. He has over 30 sacks since his sophomore year and 14 tackles for loss this past season alone. Evans even plays on their offensive line, and Coach Leonard says he could play fullback too if they needed him there. Throw it all together, and you wonder if there's anything he doesn't do well.
He kind of underestimates how strong he is. He tends to grab me in the hallway and give me a hug, and everything in my back pops.
I will name him George, and I will hug him and pet him and squeeze him.
A little too physical?
Yeah, he tends to get a little physical with his hugs.
Tyrone Truesdale, defensive line, Laney High School.
He intimidates people coming out the huddle.
He is Tyrone Truesdale, and he's been a big man since he was a young boy.
When did you start to notice you were a little bit bigger than everybody else?
Like kindergarten.
He wasn't quite as big back then. Now he's 6'2", 306 pounds.
He's just so big, but he's not just big, he's skillful too.
Those skills and his size helped Truesdale make 90 tackles, force 3 fumbles, and sack the opposing quarterback 5 times this past season.
His pass rush has been much better, significantly better. He's always been a very good run stopper, but now being that pass rusher that they want on the next level, he's really developing into that.
The next level will have to wait. Truesdale is only a junior. Many people think he's at least a senior or even older than that. Quite a bit older than that.
People know I'm big, so most of the time they think I'm a grown-up, like I'm grown. Maybe even a teacher.
Do you get mistaken for an adult fairly often?
A lot.
How old do people think you are?
Between the ages of 25 and 30.
I mean, what's that like, being 17 and people think you're 25 years old?
Like, it's just funny to me. I guess I'm just big.
Nick Moss, defensive line, Thompson High School.
Determined. Energetic.
Those are just 2 of the many adjectives Nick Moss could use to describe the way he plays defense. And don't forget about some great quickness, too.
I look at the ball, and as soon as I see his finger move, I just take off.
And that's about the time the opposing quarterback should be scared, because Nick Moss is coming to get you, and he got there 12 times this season.
His 12 sacks should have been about 15 or 16. He had, several that he left out there on the field, but, he played with great desire, great effort all year long. He was a big leader on our defense.
And Coach Riding says he was a big part of a big turnaround at Thompson this year, going from 4-7 to 11-2. And Moss was also a big part of another great win. He was named Defensive Player of the Game in Border Bowl 3.
Nick Moss made the hit
As Team Georgia got the paddle back from Team South Carolina. And after the game, he just might have delivered the quote of the year.
This is the best state in the country. It's the best state in the country.
Dion Priester, defensive line, Allendale Fairfax High School.
Dion Priester wreaks havoc in the backfield.
A lot bigger, a lot stronger, a little quicker. Game's gotten a lot slower to him, just because he's been playing so long.
Priester had a great sophomore season that earned him a spot on the All-CSRA team, but boy, did he bulk up in a year's time.
I got bigger, stronger, and faster.
And it paid off. Priester doubled his sack total from 9 in 2014 to 18 this past season.
Yeah, he's worked his butt off. He's earned it. It's a tribute to the work he's put in since last January. I mean, he's worked in the weight room, he's been on the track grinding, and I mean, like I said, he's earned it.
We'll be seeing Priester play on college football Saturdays soon, but until then, the two-time All-CSRA player still has some goals he wants to accomplish.
Make the Shrine Bowl at least, and be able to participate in any other All-American games and stuff like that.
I mean, he'll probably be a three-time guy. I mean, you know, he's, like I said, he's put in the work, and everything he's getting, he deserves.
Rashad Bird, linebacker, North Augusta High School.
Rashad Bird is known almost as much for his smile as he is for his play on the field.
My mom, my dad, always raised me to, you always have a smile on your face. No one's gonna know what's wrong. It makes you feel better about yourself. Smile at everybody. Everybody's gonna like you.
Does it work?
It does work a little bit.
That positive attitude helps make him a great player and a great teammate. This year, his tackle numbers were down a little bit from a ridiculous 232 last year to only 172 this year. But that's partially because he was willing to do whatever his team needed, which included playing a lot more offense this year at running back, wide receiver, and even some quarterback.
I love quarterback. I think that's my dream, to play quarterback. I said, Coach, we need to go ahead and teach me the passing play so I can come in and, throw the ball a lot more.
And Bird said Coach Thomas knew he had a good arm because he's a good baseball player too. So good, there's a chance he could get drafted. And he's also getting scholarship offers in football. And oh, by the way, he gets great grades too. He's a 4.0 student and was a WJBF Scholar Athlete earlier this school year. Throw it all together and you can see why he's smiling so much.
Do you ever get mad?
Oh yeah, they see me mad, but I think it's more the moment during the game where I get mad, because outside of that, I really don't get mad.
Never?
Never.
Xavier Lee, linebacker, Midland Valley High School.
He's just well-loved by everybody in this school. I remember him walking in as an 8th grader, and he just wanted to play. He had fun. He enjoyed it. Nothing was tedious to him.
Xavier Lee is leaving a legacy. A 3-time All-CSRA player who had over 600 tackles in his career at Midland Valley.
4-year starter. He could play wide out. He could play running back. He could do anything.
He certainly did. Lee played more offense than ever before in his senior season, even if it wasn't his first choice.
I don't like taking the hits. I really give them than take them. Never been too crazy about offense, but I really did enjoy it and being able to work with Daniel Carr, because not everybody has a good quarterback like Daniel Carr to work with. And he makes my job easy on offense. He puts the ball in the money and just tells me to catch it. That's all I got to do.
2015 was a record year for Midland Valley and Lee Park. He led the Mustangs football team to the state title game, but first won a state championship with the basketball team.
People have dreams to win a state championship, but it doesn't actually be realistic until it actually happens. And to win it in basketball, I think that gave us the confidence to let us know we can actually do it.
But make no mistake, Lee Park is a football player and our first ever 3-time All-CSRA winner.
So it's truly an honor. I really do appreciate it. It shows how much work I put in on this football field.
Roytavia Boatwright, linebacker, Jefferson County High School.
A lot of people can't say Roytavia, so we call him Tay-Tay.
Jefferson County linebacker Roytavia Boatwright's name is so awesome, it makes its way around the CSRA.
It's cool. You know, I got people that hear about me from other places like Thompson, Augusta, but hey, it's just a normal name.
They know of you because of the name?
Yes, sir.
After a season that included 123 tackles, 8.5 sacks, and 5 forced fumbles, he's making a name for himself with something more than just his name.
You know, what makes him special is he got a motor that just does not stop. You know, we kid around with him as a coaching staff that he runs into everything. You know, runs into the other team, runs into our team, runs into the goalpost.
Any and everything. Own teammate, other teammate. I might hit the opposite team coaches, you know, I never know. But, you know, I'm just a hitter. I like to hit. That's just my main goal, hitting people.
As tenacious as Boatwright is playing football, it doesn't necessarily carry over to his free time.
I mean, I'm a lazy person. I like to sit home and just watch TV, you know. I mean, I get out, but I'm a lazy person. But when it comes down to football, I'm about business.
Dion Priester, defensive back, Allendale Fairfax High School.
He's a cool cat. He's laid back. Doesn't let a lot bother him.
I had this hair for about 4.5 years now. It's a long process. You go through a stage, people call it the ugly stage, and once you get over that hump, you're good.
He may be the coolest cat at Allendale Fairfax, but Dion Dove had to earn his stripes first. Before the season, he transferred from South Aiken High School.
I was torn because my teammates there were like, I bonded with them, you know, like a brotherhood, and having to leave them. But when I got here, you know, they accepted it, and my teammates here accepted me.
It was a godsend. I mean, you know, he came in and he hit the ground running.
Dove had to adjust on the football field too. After primarily playing wide receiver at South Aiken, he started at safety for the Tigers.
I mean, he's an athlete, so I mean, we saw potential in him on defense, and we'll run first offense. And to me, he caught the ball better on defense than he did on offense. So that's when we decided to keep him.
And he flourished, making 7 interceptions and over 40 tackles on the Tigers' run to a state title.
It felt very good to actually have the opportunity to play in a state championship, and that's not something many people can say.
Aaron Maddox, defensive back, North Augusta High School.
When it comes to Aaron Maddox, one thing really stands out.
Ability to get to the football, makes big plays for us.
Yes, the senior safety had an almost uncanny knack for making interceptions. A lot of them, although he would have liked one more.
Maddox on the return.
I had 7, but one of them was called back because of, like, by another player, unsportsmanlike conduct. He did something, hit him in the face or something like that.
That make you mad?
Yeah, it made me mad.
Tillman on the rollout.
Maddox loves making big plays on defense, especially when those plays come late in the game and help his team get a win.
I love the fourth quarter. When it comes down to the fourth quarter, all the excitement, it's just exhilarating. I love it. I love making plays at the end of the game to win the game for us. I love my crowd. I love everything.
Maddox says he used to play wide receiver but moved to defense in 10th grade. There's sometimes a reason for that move, but Maddox says not in his case.
Hands. But I think, in my opinion, I think my hands are just as well as receivers, or better.
I mean, you showed it by.
Yeah, catching all the interceptions.
Bailey Pastel, defensive back, Harlem High School.
If it's a play in a Harlem football game, Bailey Pastel is probably on the field for it.
He played close to probably 100 snaps a game. The only time you really ever saw him come out of the game is if he had an equipment issue.
That's because Pastel was one of the Bulldogs' best players on both sides of the ball, with 8 rushing touchdowns and over 90 tackles.
He's a versatile enough athlete that he can play multiple positions and do them well.
But it's on the defensive side where he made our squad. Pastel gives a lot of credit to his dad for teaching him how to tackle at a young age.
My dad used to coach me during rec football, and that was basically his main thing was hit, wrap, and twist, and that's what he always told every player.
Bailey's dad taught him something else as well, an old and somewhat disgusting trick to avoid cramping up while playing so many plays. Drinking pickle juice before the game.
It tastes horrible. I like the effect of it, but I can ignore the flavor for it.
You have to mentally prepare yourself for that?
I just am like, well, here goes.
Connor Staton, punter, Lakeside High School.
It seems like Connor Staton may have been destined to be a punter.
When I was little, like, you know, I'd throw the football with my mom or my dad or my brothers. I'd just kind of punt it back.
Were you good at it when you were little?
You'd have to ask my family about that. Probably they had to chase it a lot, so I'm gonna say no.
Luckily for Steve Hibbets and the Lakeside football team, Connor has gotten a lot better at it.
He combines all the aspects of being a good punter. He has great distance, 39.0. When we ask him to kick it a certain direction, he's going to do that as well. And plus, he does a great job of pinning people inside the 10.
Maybe what's most impressive about how good a punter Connor has been for the Panthers is that he doesn't get much time to work on his craft.
I didn't practice any punting, really, because I played wide receiver and defensive back as well. So the only practice I got was before our actual practice, so I'd have 5 minutes a day, maybe.
Coach Hibbets describes Connor as a great athlete, hence his punting and playing offense and defense. However, there is one thing he didn't get to do for the Panthers.
In 2 years that he was punting, and he gave me a hard time about this, we never did a fake punt.
Opportunity missed?
Definitely. The kid can throw it. He actually started out as a quarterback before I got here.
Tancy Richardson, all-purpose, South Aiken High School.
Tancy Richardson is one of the CSRA's most electrifying players.
He's just got some just God-given ability. It's things you can't coach.
Favorite thing about playing football, I just like hearing the crowd cheer.
Oh, he does plenty of that. He's our all-purpose player of the year for good reason. Richardson ran for nearly 1,000 yards and 15 TDs, had over 400 receiving yards and 5 touchdowns through the air, ran 2 kickoffs back for touchdowns, and made 52 tackles and 5 interceptions on defense. Sounds exhausting, right?
During practice, you know, we did a lot of running and stuff, conditioning. Basically, it was more like mentally, just not thinking about it.
Yeah, you want to make sure that you don't just run a kid into the ground, but you know, he takes getting in shape really serious.
That's not the only thing he takes seriously, though.
I run track, and I also like to dance too. Me and my friends, we got to dance, and it's called the Trap Daddy. And basically, you just it's like driving a car, and then you just like that.
But are his moves better than Coach Hamilton's?
Nah, I don't know if they're as good as mine, but he's not bad.
Now here's the WJBF Football Friday Night Carolina Panthers All CSRA defensive team.